Hey guys, welcome back to Autocrat Primer where we love us somewhat.
Transformers!
And today, my peeps, we are going to be taking a look at, I'm having to redo and do some videos. So I was like, you know what? Let's just dive in tonight. I did a live stream with my boy Harold, Vampire Cowboy 1. He's going to be a part of the host with it. For a community for all of us. If you want to be a guest, reach out. I have where I like all water under the bridge. Everyone is welcome. But here we're going to take a look at what is really welcome because I'm on this Bumblebee kick. If you haven't checked out, I just talked about the new thing that Hasbro came out with robotics and the new Bumblebee. I want it. The more I'm dealing with Bumblebee, the more he's starting to creep up there like a vampire coming behind my neck, ready to bite me and make me his longtime friend. So we're going to take a look at New Age, and we're going to be doing the unboxing of these two guys, which I've already kind of like played around with them. But hey, you lose a video, you got to make a video in its place, and that's what I'm going to do. So the first one we're going to be looking at in this video will be Bumblebee, and then I will do one with Cliff Jumper. So we're taking him out of the packaging. Like the packaging is very, apocalypse setting, like, dealing with Apocalypse Now or Mad Max has that kind of feeling. I love the boxes. I typically keep the New Age boxes. I don't typically keep boxes, but for New Age, thanks, Billy. You got me down a rabbit hole, and I can't get enough of them. I got more ordered. I got a Devastator ordered. I got friggin' Starscream and all three Coneheads. Mind blown. But here we go. So we're going to take a look at Bumblebee. And so this is how they are nicely packaged. And they come in with a nice little plastic around them. There's Cliff Jumper. We'll look at him in the next review. But we're going to take a look at Bumblebee. So we're going to take him out of this nice little plastic little case. Man, I got to tell you, Shozy Toys are awesome on their delivery. Free shipping. Please check me out. Let them know that you got me as Autocrat Primer and that I told you about them. Check out their Discord and say, hey, I saw your product from Autocrat Primer on YouTube. And check out my Discord and become a part of it. The link's down below in the description. So here is Bumblebee in all his little glory. I love it. Absolutely adore it. This takes me back as a kid, getting the little small bots. That's what we could only afford as a family, was the small bots. And then I have all this nice little stuff that I did not take out because I wanted to do it for the review. Now, we are going to take a look at the instructions. Yes, we are. So we're going to see how well the instructions are. So here is the instructions to Bumblebee and Cliff Jumper, but we're doing Bumblebee first. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our little finger right here. We're going to pull this down. We're going to unplug it and pull it down. You know where the engine's supposed to be, not in the front. If you know anything about Volkswagen, this is where the trunk was. This is where the engine was. My uncle had one. He sold it. I wanted it. He sold it. I cry. I cry constantly. I'm always crying. I'm crying over this and over that. You get old, you start crying. You know why? Because you got one leg in the grave. So time is coming short, so you better get your ducks in a row. So here we are with Bumblebee with that. So the next thing it says for you to do in the instructions is you're going to come back here where the arms are. And it says you're going to just untab them and bring them up and out, it looks like. Okay, so instructions actually look like it does something else. Let's see here. It does. It says you're to, okay, so I'm supposed to, I got the instructions in front of me and I'm already not mistransforming it. So from there, I'm going to take my little fingers and put it into the little side panels here. If you know what that little tool is that helps out getting your figures undone easily, if you could tell me in the comments down below, I'd really appreciate it, because I'm trying to get my big manhandled fingers in here to untab that little tab right there. And you do that. Let me bring this back down. That's going to bring them up like so. Now that I got that one done, this one's going to undo it really easy, like so. So it does that. And then, as you're doing that, it looks like you're going to close these in. You're going to close those in, like so, it says. And then this piece here is, my camera keeps sinking on me. Why are you sinking? I have this new tripod, and it's try hard not to stay focused. Lord have mercy. This is how you get it raw here. Raw. It's like raw. Okay, you got a little head right there. So you close that up, it says, and then you're going to bring this stuff up like so. I want to make sure. And I just have to listen out for Nikki. She had surgery this morning in her back. She's been really helpful when I was doing the live stream with Harold. But she's in some pain. She had to have an epidural needle put into her spine this morning. So thank y'all for always being helpful and asking. So you're going to close that piece there down. All right, and so now we're working on, I believe, the chest cavity here. I think that's just going to close down like so. And I think, yes, I think it closes down like so. I think these fold back in. So these will go out like this. You bring that down, and then you just fold those in like so. And then you have the waist, and you're just going to do a little bit of a dancey around. And so there is the top part of Bumblebee. I'm hoping my camera, probably going to invest to get me a new camera. I didn't want to, I just bought me a new computer. But it's like everything decided, hey, you know what, you broke, we're going to all just go along with it. We don't want to feel left out. We want to make sure we all just go down in a blazing glory. And so that's what they have all done. So now we're going to separate his legs like so. Okay? And a lot of this stuff, it's, you're going to, because this is his feet. So I'm going to untab that like so. I think that looks like it rocks in like so. And then the feet. I don't want to get ahead of myself, because sure as the world when I do, I always will mess something up. So got that. Bring that out. Bring it like this. It looks like in the instructions. Looks like this is going to, I guess, fold up. It looks like it turns around like so. Okay. And I think, more than likely, I think too hard, I'm going to mess something up. So it looks like when you get that, the wheel here goes down like that. And it just looks like everything is going to close up looking like this. If I'm wrong, let me know down in the comments below if I'm wrong. But I believe that gives us his foot. Alright, so I'm going to do the same. for this one over here, like so. Open that up, rock that down, bring that around, bring that. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Because that closes in. So I got little tiny parts. And then that will then bring all that up. Close up the foot on the bottom. And then you just close that up. And the cool thing is that, you know, Hasbro, I feel like if they were to do this, I think they have the ability to actually make their Transformers without any of the hollowness, because you can't tell me that a third-party company, just every time I get a New Age figure, they absolutely knock it out of the park every single time. There's not one figure I'm like, yeah, I think you could have done better. No, I'm like, wow, how is it that you can make a figure this size, this many moving parts? It's just astonishing to me. It really is. And let me get his other arm done right. So there, and then turn this hand around. I mean, look. I mean, right there. I mean, that shows. Whoops, I dropped a little dude. That shows you it is absolutely possible to do this with all the joints. Look at the elbow bends, wrist rotation, bicep rotation, arms go up and out, head can look up to the stars, so you can grab one for himself. You know, head turns, nice little ball joint, has a waist rotation, has an ab crunch, legs kick all the way up, they kick all the way back, and he has a little bit of a knee bend. I think that could have been a little bit better, but I'm all right with that. And then he has a rocker. I mean, seriously, guys, this is absolutely awesome. And when you see that thing that Hasbro's coming out with the robotics, I would love, and let me know in the comments below, would you love to see Hasbro actually take those engineering tools and actually make them transform, or let us be able to transform them that way? Dude, that is an awesome Bumblebee. I'm hoping if I do it like this, you'll see that head sculpt. My. There you go. He looks awesome. I mean, for me, these guys just do it every single time. And then you have, if you want to, there's a wheel that's inside here. I'm just going to open this up carefully. And so, I don't want to do too long, but thought I'd get this and then open this up. And then I'm going to just put it inside here. You know, you got these things for sleds, you know, a rocket launcher. That's more for cliff jumper. And then for Bumblebee, he comes with a little blaster, but you take this piece right here. You'll just take your fingers and just undo it. And you can put his little rocket backpack on, so he can soar in the sky if you want him to. I think that looks pretty cool. But what I really am interested in is giving him the very G1 glove, and then you can just plug in that little wheel right there in his back, and then you'll just take the blaster, plug it in his hand, fits perfectly. I gotta say, tiny but cute, very much loving new age and everything that they are about and for. And I never thought I would be into third party, but as Billy was sharing more and stuff with me with this stuff, and I finally purchased my my first one, I can't look back. I mean, just completely dynamic. And now I have a Bumblebee, and I love the way he looks. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Let me know if this is for you or if it's not for you. And as always, like my granddad always said, hold on to something from your youth. You'll never grow old. Look to the stars. Grab one for yourself. Bye, guys.